Chaitanya Mahaprabhu assigned some task to the Goswamis, 6 Goswamis, Sad Goswamis. Especially there were the 3 main tasks. First, लीला स्थली का उजागर करने के लिए, to reveal the लीला स्थली places, especially in Vrindavan. Second task was assigned to them to write literature on pure devotional service. Not only devotional service, pure devotional service. So that bhakti can be very authorized. Otherwise, people will do bhakti their own way. Documentation, standardization is required. So before that, people used to follow, there was no very systematic way. So he wanted to make a very bona fide and authorized. And third important thing, to propagate the holy name. So these tasks, and establish the temple for bhakti. So these were the tasks assigned by Lord Chaitanya to Sad Goswamis. And we see similarly Bhaktivinoda Thakura, one of the main contribution which people recognized him about discovering the birthplace of Lord Chaitanya, Yogpit. So he also revealed the places of Lord Chaitanya, none other than his Krishna himself, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And many other places in Mayapur, Navadvip Dham. We'll discuss more in detail. And he wrote more than 100 books. Kind of unending list. And very, very deep knowledge about bhakti. What is Bhagwan, Bhakti and Bhakt? On these 3 topics, very detailed. Like Jaipur. One book, Jaipur, is so popular and so authentic and so detailed about. Jaipur consists of detail about the Jiva. One full literature on the Jiva. So there are many, many other literatures. So, and make it more bona fide and authorized. So that's also pure devotion. He wrote many books. By reading these books, one can actually understand what is spiritual world, who I am. Very, very bona fide and authorized. Without knowing, without understanding these things, we will not able to touch the transcendent eternity. And also, he propagated the holy name by starting Namhata. Like started by Nityananda Prabhu. Nadiya Godru mein Nityananda Mahajan. Prtiyache Namahata. Jivira Karana. So that Namahata was started by first Bhakti in a different region of Bengal to propagate the holy name. And also he established that Yogpit center, kind of temple, and few more places, and Navadvip as well. So, so that's the region he's called 7th Goswami. What a Goswamis has done 6, he did alone for the Lord Chaitanya. And let's read something about him. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura's transcendental identity is revealed to the members of his spiritual family. So he himself revealed who is he, what he does in spiritual world. So that can be revealed by the only transcendental personality. So there's a one beautiful in the Kalyan Kalpataru, that book, he mentioned that Yogal Sevaya Sri Ras Mandale Niyukt Kar Amaye Lalita Sakhir Ayog Kinkari Binod Dhariche Pai. So he is revealing who is he in the spiritual world. Yogal Sevaya Sri Ras Mandale Niyukt Kar Amaye Lalita Sakhir Ayog Kinkari, unqualified servant, Ayog Binoda Dhariche Pai. So Bhaktivinoda holds your feet and asks you to engage this unworthy servant of Lalita Sakhi. So he is serving is a manjari and serving the Lalita Sakhi in the service of divine couple while they are performing Rasa Leela. So that's a unique position of Bhaktivinoda Thakura he is mentioning through this. So he is the best of the followers of Rup Manjari, who is a leader of Lalita Sakhi's entourage. So Rupa Manjari, who is a leader of Lalita Sakhi's entourage. Lalita Sakhi is the foremost of Radha Rani's 8 girlfriends. In various places in his own writing, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has mentioned. And again in another place, in the song of Siddhi Lalasa, in the Geet Mala, there Bhaktivinoda Thakura, again he gives more insight. He said in the song of Siddhi Lalasa, in his Geet Mala also, Bhaktivinoda Thakura gives his eternal spiritual identity as Kamla Manjari. He is a Kamla Manjari, the servant of Rup Goswami in the chain of, like Lalita Sakhi has a set of Manjaris, and the Rup Goswami is a leader on that the whole Sakhi's Manjari. Kamla Manjari is a Bhaktivinoda Thakura. Har Kunj is the bower of Lalita and is called Swanand Sukhat Kunj. The name of the Bhaktivinoda Thakura, we always visited the house in the Godrumadip. Swanand Sukhat Kunj. So that Swanand Sukhat Kunj in the spiritual world, in the Golok Dham, is a Kunj of Lalita Sakhi, where she set the standard of worshipping the divine couple. And also he reveals what is his color, what kind of dress he wears. See, all details, only the spiritual world is coming down, he is informing us. Varne Tarit Vas Tarvil Kamal Manjari Naam. He is saying, my name is Kamal Manjari. He has to reveal. Sariye Baro Barsh Bayas Satat Swanand Sukhat Dham. So he's saying, my home is the spiritual Swanand Sukhat Kundham. So my bodily hue is like the lightning, and I wear a sari, the color of a clear night sky, sprinkled with star. Can you see such a fine description? So he wears in the spiritual world is a Kamla Manjari, the sari having the night sky sprinkled with star. And I am 12.5-year-old. I live in Swanand Sukhat Kunj, which is the Kunj of Lalita Sakhi. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur is very, very extraordinary, and when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, for some time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu teachings were going on, but after a very little time, it started distorting. So it is mentioned, after the disappearance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, followed by Swarup Damodara, Ramanand Rai and 6 Goswamis, Srivas Acharya, Narottama Dasa and Shyamananda Pandit, a dark age descended on the world of Gaudiya Vaishnavas. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and established the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, and after the disappearance of some of the prominent associate of the Lord, like Sarup Damodara, Ramanand Rai, 6 Goswamis, Srivas Acharya, Narottama Dasa, Shyamananda Pandit, a dark age, those unable to understand the transcendental purity of Mahaprabhu's religion of love started numerous heretical sect or up sampradaya, but sprouted up. Up sampradaya means they used to say we are the follower Gauranga Mahaprabhu, but their behavior, their dealings, the character was not up to the mark, was not aligned with the teachings of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Like Gaur Kishore Babaji Maharaj has written, he said, Ami Gora, nahe chale, Gora Achar, Gora Vichar, Fale Fule. So many says, I am a Gauranga Mahaprabhu, I am Gauranga Mahaprabhu's, nahi chale. This is not sufficient. Gora Achar, Gora Vichar, Prachar, Achar Vichar, Fule Fale, Vichar, Achar Vichar. So we have to be up to the mark of Gauranga Mahaprabhu desire. Then we can see we are a follower of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Simply by saying, I belong to Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya is not sufficient. So of late, now lot of up sampradaya has up sampradaya means they say we are the follower of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, 6 Goswamis, but their actions, the behavior, the thought process, they are all not up to the mark. So there's a one Babaji called Tota Ram Das Babaji in the time of Bhaktivinoda Thakura, just time of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, contemporaries. He named as the 13 up sampradaya got started, which mentioned by even Bhaktivinoda Thakura. Aula, Baula, Karta Bhaja, Neriya, Darvesha, Seni, Sahajiya, Sakhi Beki, Smarta, Jat Goswami, Ati Bharli, Ati Bhari, Charidhari, Goranga Nagari, Tato Kahi E, Titor Sang Nahi Kari. So it is said, if one wants to advance in spiritual path, they should never associate with these kind of, Prabhupada mentioned in the CC many places, Goranga Nagari, Sahajiyas. And that time, because the lot of up sampradaya has started, especially after Narottama Das Thakura, and so they used to wear tilak and all the things, but do all nonsense. Even some place found even Babaji having keeping even woman. So people were so much afraid of even associating, seeing them, tilakdharis. Such a bad name created by this sampradaya when Bhaktivinoda Thakur appeared. And it is said that educated upper class Bengali society was shocked and disgusted by the practice of these heretical sect up Sampradaya and came to identify Mahaprabhu's religion with the lower caste, uneducated and immoral people. So people of gentle class thus had no understanding or faith in Mahaprabhu's true religion. The most manifest incarnation, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, took pity on these bewildered persons, and in order to reclaim them for his path of divine love, sent his eternal associate Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura into this world. Possessed of superhuman prowess, Bhaktivinoda Thakura wrote more than 100 books and in several different languages. Which are the languages he wrote the books? Bengali, Sanskrit, Urdu, and few more languages. English, anyways, there. English, Bengali, Urdu, Sanskrit, Farsi. Farsi is not written. Farsi written by the Sanatana Rup, but he has written these 4 languages. So, can you see, he was a magistrate, government officials, working 6 hours in office, having a big elaborate family, having 10 children, wife, and along with that, he was performing his bhajana very systematically, and also writing the books and propagating the Krishna consciousness. What an extraordinary example. That is impossible for us. When we work 6 hours, we get somewhat exhausted. Oh, office में बहुत काम कर लिया. But he is a person who is giving the example. 6 hours dedicated on office he used to work. He was not lethargic in any work, either in office nor in family. As far as concerned, he took care of family so much so that the one child became a one exalted Acharya, Bhakti Sri Thakur Maharaj. So he wrote more than 100 books in several different languages with the goal of defeating all the unorthodox views opposed to the true doctrines of Mahaprabhu's religion. So he wanted to, because the Mahaprabhu teachings become very low weight and very topsy-turvy. So he wanted to establish, like Lord comes na, dharma sansthapanarthaye. So that work is for Mahaprabhu teachings, dharma samstha, done by Bhaktivinoda Thakura. And Lord has sent him especially. The result was that many members of discerning society and others from all over the world came to recognize the unequaled value of Mahaprabhu's teachings by actually Bhaktivinoda Thakur, the greatest contribution. The founder of Chaitanya Math and the worldwide Gaudiya Maths, Bhakti Thakur Maharaj Goswamis, based his mission on the books and teachings given by Bhaktivinoda Thakura. So the Bhakti Sri Thakur Maharaj got the full base foundation which is made by Bhaktivinoda Thakura, set into the motion of fulfilling the Mahaprabhu's message found in the Chaitanya Bhagavatam. These all our teachings are given by here and there by great acharyas. पृथ्वी ते पर्यंत आछे जत देश ग्राम सर्वत सचीर हा हाईबेर मोरो नाम. So that's the glories where the Lord Bhaktivinoda Thakura, he tried his best. So, he appeared in a very humble family on 2nd September 1838. And his father name was Anand Chandra Datta and mother name was Jagan Mohini Devi. So, and Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura thus made an unequaled contribution to the ultimate spiritual welfare of humankind. He never tolerated deviation, hypocrisy, duplicity. He never tolerated. See, we are so fortunate to get linked with such a unparalleled in the creation, that lineage. And so we also have a lot of responsibility when we get connected to this lineage, where the Jagannath Babaji Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Gaur Kishore Babaji Maharaj, Bhakti Thakur Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada himself. So it's become of a duty to act, work, align in the direction of these acharyas. What a benefit is unparalleled. And what they are asking is not any impossible thing or very difficult task. Just with full faith, when we follow their instructions, then Bhaktivinoda Thakura was very humble in their dealings with anyone, very, very humble. But when he finds someone is deviating from the real path, he becomes angry like a fire. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Thakura Goswami Maharaj wrote in his preface to the Vaishnava-dharma, when he translated, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura is an extremely dear associate of Sri Chaitanya Chandra. In the course of time, when those who preached the desire of Chaitanya Deva had left this world to enter the Lord's eternal pastime, the sky over Bengal slowly darkened, covered with thick cloud of sensual enjoyment and false renunciation. Markat Vairagya. The sky was covered and the world was bereft of the rays of light coming from the sankirtana propagated by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So when there is no genuine desire to follow, there is no genuine understanding what is expected from me as a sadhaka, and concocted the own way of doing bhakti, where this get hidden. One by one, the sun, the moon, and the unlimited stars of that sky faded from view, leaving only the occasional flash of lightning to disrupt the unending darkness of ignorance. Almost 350 years after the appearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura came to illuminate the Gaudiya sky. So he came to revive and he gave us such a glorious thing, and Srila Prabhupada propagated it. And he made everything, but he has a desire to spread. He could not do much to spread it, but he made it very authentic, everything. So then he wanted to spread these glories. He started especially only Maya, especially in Bengal and Odisha up to some extent. So then he desired and begged from Jagannatha, please give me one son who can further propagate the true teachings of Lord Chaitanya. So as we know, all of us, Srila Prabhupada revealed, Simha Guru, Bhakti Thakur Maharaj, not less than determination to spread than his father, and accepted the Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, his spiritual master. And actually in the Harinama Diksha, or Harinama, I won't say Diksha, Harinama, and Korma mantra given by Bhaktivinoda Thakura to chant the Korma, to worship the Korma deity, which was found in the when the Bhaktivinoda Thakura was building the house in Calcutta, the deity was formed. So the Korma, to worship the Korma deity, is given to the Bhaktivinoda Thakur Maharaj by his father, and mantra to worship, and Harinama. But later on in the Godruma Deepa, in the Swanand Sukhat Kunj, there Gaur Krishna Das Babaji Maharaj used to come, and also Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, to hear the lecture given by Bhaktivinoda Thakura. That time Bhakti Thakur Maharaj got initiation Diksha from Gaur Krishna Das Babaji Maharaj. But Harinama and Korma mantra was given by his father, beginning only. All the great virtues are present in the body of Vaishnava. Good qualities. Like Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami writes the multiple good qualities. I'm going to read Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, 22 chapter, some 8 verses. So what are the qualities of a Vaishnava? So Vaishnava is not a simple thing. When we say we are Vaishnava, it requires, Prabhupada said, by saying I'm a doctor, but you're not having knowledge of doctor, you're not following, then there's no meaning of calling himself doctor. Now those bandhus. So simply we call Vaishnava bandhus also. Even the Vaishnava, but unless we have those required purity in the heart, follow us, those qualities. So just I'll read few of them which which Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is mentioned. All these transcendental qualities are the characteristics of the Vaishnavas, and they cannot be fully explained, but I shall try to point out some of the most important. Devotees are always merciful for any jiva. They are not bellicose. They are truthful, equal to all, faultless, generous, mild, clean. They are without material possessions. Kanchin Gochara. They work for the welfare of all. They are peaceful, surrendered to Krishna, desireless. They are meek, resolute, completely control the 6 character flaws of lust, anger, greed, and so forth. They eat only as much as required and are prudent, respectful, and free from false prestige. They are grave, sympathetic, friendly, poetic, expert, and silent. So these are the wonderful qualities which a Vaishnava should have. So at least we can long for that. Yes, one day I will have something. So all these devotee qualities are very perfectly displayed by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura throughout his life of pure devotion. The ocean of compassion, Sri Gaur Hari displayed this merciful nature to the conditioned soul in 9 different ways. The same kind of distribution of mercy is and by granted by Lord Jagannatha. So Bimla Prasad Dutt, and his name was, in household name was Kedarnath Dutt. And Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura Goswami has written, devotees in the line of Srila Rupa Goswami do not preach faith in their own powers, but rather direct attention to the source of their spiritual strength. We also do everything for the sake of Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Rupa, Sri Bhaktivinoda in our divine speech. Prabhupada is mentioning to one of the latter, and he's saying, we have no our own strength to preach, but we preach on the strength of these great Acharya who descended, beg their mercy. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is a transcendental personality who is the root of the preaching movement of pure devotion. He is renowned as one who is dear to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Srila Sachidananda Bhaktivinoda Thakura, who is sometimes also referred to as Seventh Goswami, is the eternal associate of Supreme Lord. His contribution to the Brahma Madhava Gaudiya Sampradaya is invaluable. At the time when the science of pure devotion, service, bhakti has almost become lost due to the cultural and religious convenience of ruling British, the sense of Vaishnavas is largely discredited due to the prevalence of, as he explained, with the wrong actions. By this up sampradaya, he re-established. And he wrote the commentary on Chaitanya Charitamrita. What is the name? Amrit Prabhav Bhashya. Srila Prabhupada mentioned many chapters. So, and Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura, he wanted to read Chaitanya Charitamrita. So, so much corruption had happened that he was not able to find the bona fide copy of Chaitanya Charitamrita. It seems he took around 9 to 10 years to find it, the true copy. Srila Bhaktivinoda was largely responsible for rescuing and unearthing the timeless teachings of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In fact, it was who, after conducting a painstaking research, had rediscovered the long lost birthplace of Sri Gaur Sundara, Yogpith Mayapur. By his grace, we are able to have a darshan. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura was not only a magistrate but also the renowned and recognized scholar in his days, with vast knowledge in English, Bengali, Hindi, Odia, Sanskrit. He was also a member of the Royal Asiatic Society of London. See, he was that's the kind of accomplishment he had. Such was the degraded state of affairs during those days that Bhaktivinoda Thakura could not find a bona fide copy of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, the most important literature for understanding Lord Chaitanya's life and teachings anywhere. It was only after several inquiries and long wait that he received a copy of this book. He subsequently published it along with his commentaries. So he wanted to preserve it. So then he published that book along with his commentaries, Amrit Prabha Bhashya. Likewise, he was instrumental in unearthing several ancient manuscripts like Chaitanya Upanishad, portion of Atharva Veda, Atharva Veda ke Chaitanya Upanishad, Shri Krishna Vijaya, etc. We consider ourselves insignificant servant of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura, whose causeless mercy has enabled us fools to get a glimpse of his elevated stature and pen a few lines in his glory. So like this, when we have to glorify Acharya, we require his mercy. And said that Swanand Sukhat Kunj and Surabhi Kunj are the eternal residence of Bhaktivinoda Thakura. Both of these houses are located upon the bank of Ganga at Navadvip. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura had stayed here for many years, serving and performing his bhajana. He initially set up his residence at Surabhi Kunj before moving further down the road to Swanand Sukhat Kunj. So first he was staying in the Surabhi Kunj. Most of his important work have been composed and published while he resided at Navadvip. So most of the writing he did when he was at Navadvip. Sri Harinam Chintamani, Navadvip Dham Mahatva, Bhagavad Ark Marichi Mala. This is a very important work called Bhagavad Ark Marichi Mala. This Granth he is written by the order of Sarup Damodara. Sarup Damodara has appeared in his dream, instructed Bhaktivinoda Thakur, please write. And this Granth has the whole Shrimad-Bhagavatam, segregation of slokas with like where the holy names sankiritan are mentioned where. So make it more systematic. So can you see, like having so much busy but still a lot of time for doing this work. So not so easy. Reading Bhagavatam itself takes many years. So he's segregating, dividing in all the things. So that Grantha, this Bhagavad Ark Marichi Mala, Srila Sarup Damodar, an intimate associate Mahaprabhu, instructed the Thakura in his trance to compose this book. Bhajan Rahasya Vedark Diti Swa Niyam Daskam Jaipur Sarnagati Shri Navadvip Bhav Tarang Amrit Prabha Bhashya. Translation of Sankalp Kalpataru Satkriya Sardipika Prem Vivarta. Commentary on Shri Krishna Karnamrita. Like many all essence of all Gaudiya Vaishnava, he took it and done the commentary translation. The other renowned work of the Thakur includes Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his life and precept, which he sent to the McGraw University. Prabhupada remembers. Prabhupada says, when I went there, I found that book. And when he had sent that book, Prabhupada says, in my, when I appeared, 1896, Sri Bhajanamrita, Hari Bhakti Kalpa Tarika, etc. It is mystery how Bhaktivinoda Thakur could balance his heavy official duties, spend time with his family, yet write so many books. Of course, nothing is impossible for an empowered incarnation of the Lord. So by the Lord he is empowered and to avail for us. And as I said, he appeared on the 2nd September 1838 in the village called Bir Nagar, situated in Ula, Nadia district. Kedarnath was born of a rich and illustrious parents, Anand Chandra Datta and Jagat Mohini Devi. In his book called Datta Bansamala, he explained about his birth and his lineage. So Bhaktivinoda Thakura descended lineage was Purushottam Datta, foremost of 5 renowned Kaista family, and his family lineage also great Vaishnava-acharya appeared like Nirottam Thakura was his family lineage. And also Sri Govind Saran Datta, one of the cousin of Nirottam Thakura. And like this happened, and he did some schooling. Then further he moved to Calcutta, and his life was very struggled when he was very young. In the beginning his brother is died, then his father also died, and age of 6 onwards he has to took care of his mother. And even though his family was rich, but because of certain time they become very, very poor, and he struggled a lot, and he started working here and there to get earning some money. So we all of us, we can pray on this divine auspicious day, if we can give little glimpse of his devotion and make us more responsible sadhakas on the path of devotion. And if we desire to follow the instructions by these acharyas, then automatically the mercy will fall, and by their mercy we can advance in the spiritual path. So we have to become very genuine, sincere followers of servant of these acharya, and they are very pleased when they see if anyone, his descendants, are following Chaitanya Mahaprabhu teachings very sincerely. So as he said, Bhaktivinoda Thakura, Prabhupada mentioned one of his lecture, one of the pseudo incarnation of Lord, and he was doing propagating the rasa dance he was doing, and this was complained to the government when British were ruling. This case was handed over to the Bhaktivinoda Thakura, and when Bhaktivinoda Thakura went to the Katak, because he was staying in the Katak, he's a big yogi, lot of power he has. Bhaktivinoda Thakura went. He said, it seems you are a good yogi, so why don't you stay here? Please go to Jagannath Puri, have a darshan and spend time at Jagannath. When he blasphemed the Jagannath, he said, what is the Jagannath? He is a wooden Lord. I am the real. So by this all hypocrisy, he became very angry, and he brought him he put him to jail. And because he has lot of yogic power, and the yogic power generally is on the jatas, on the hair, matted hair on the head. And we all know the details how he was matted hair cuts, and he was put behind the wall, and he died there inside the jail, taking the poison. So he never tolerated any fake followers. So we can get some inspiration, motivation from these great acharya, so that we can become a genuine Vaishnava and we follow in this path. With this I will stop. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki जगत गुरु श्री प्रभुपाद की निताय गौर प्रेम नंदे हरि हरि बोल।